Hey everybody, Cyclone here. And tonight I'm going to talk more about vehicles that I either used to own or still own to this day, as I've been thinking about them a lot. Now, this story is actually more recent, so it might be actually shorter than the other stories. Tonight, I thought I would explain the story on the 2004 BMW 330 convertible that we have to this day. I may have told you guys about it in the past, but I'm here to explain the full story of why the hell we got the thing and where it's at now. So, in 2023, shortly after my dad's birthday, 51? He's 53 now, so it was after his 51st or 51st birthday. 51st? Where did I get that word from? It was after his 51st birthday. My dad was thinking about either getting a three-wheeled motorcycle thing or getting a convertible. And so we thought, maybe I should get a convertible. So he dragged me into this, and we went looking at convertibles. Now, the first convertible that he looked at was I think either a '08 or an '09 Mazda Miata. Now, this car had a couple of problems. It had like a few wheels that were like not all the same size, different matching wheels. This thing didn't really handle very good with different style wheels. Like they were not all the same wheels, bro. Like one of them was like different. And I mean the convertible top worked, but it was claustrophobic getting in the goddamn thing with the roof on. So we walked away from this one. And then my dad conned me into looking at another. And we went a little bit farther ways, and we ended up looking at either a '05 or an '06 Mazda Miata. But like I said, claustrophobic getting in. I had a hard time fitting in the damn thing, even though I'm not even really that tall. I'm only 5'8", but still, I had a difficult time getting in the thing. Same with my dad. And this thing was a 6-speed manual compared to the 2008, which was an automatic. So we kind of just walked away from the Miatas. We thought, Miatas aren't going to be our thing. But then we spotted a BMW convertible. I don't even know what year it was. If I had to guess, it was probably 2010 or newer. It had a key. BMWs were push button by then. So it was probably a mid 2000s. And I forgot what kind of transmission it was. I think it was like the SMG transmission or some shit. But the problem is this BMW, as well as all the cars there, was this was kind of in the hood. The ghetto part of the hood too. So we kind of just walked away from that BMW. It was a white one. Convertible roof worked good, but we walked away from it because it was in the ghetto part of the hood. And then the day was ending, and my dad conned me into it again. Let's go look at more convertibles. Alright. So we went to this one dealership, which for some reason was oddly familiar. It was oddly familiar. And I'm going to explain why in just a second after I talk about the cars we found on this lot. So we went to this other dealership, and they had two BMW convertibles on the lot, but they also had a red 2006 Toyota Solara convertible with a V6. And we were originally going to go for that because, Toyota would be a better deal anyway, wouldn't it? They're reliable. But the problem was the roof. I swear to God, the roof looked like it was going to cave in. It looked like a project done by maybe a toddler or a preschooler. This roof was fucked up, so we passed on that one. But what we found was two BMW 330 convertibles. One was a 2003 and it was a blue, and there was a 2004 silver blue one. So we looked at the silver blue one. Now the 2003, at first the roof didn't look too good, but it was just dirty. We could have just cleaned it and it would have been fun. But we found this 2004 silver blue BMW convertible. It was a 330. So we went and drove it around, and with the roof down too, which it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And I think they only wanted like $9,000 for it. Now, we spent more than that after buying the thing, but we drove it around, and then we thought about it, and my dad decided we're buying a convertible. And we bought this 2004 BMW 330. And it came home. I came home for the day from school, and the car came with. Now, wait a minute. What happened to the 2000 Honda CR-V? We kept it. Because why the fuck would we not? This BMW is more of a weekender for us. We drive it on the weekends. He doesn't drive it to and from work. He drives his Honda to and from work, and that's good, isn't it? So $9,000, I believe, is how much it cost when we bought it. It was in good shape. We did a little bit of work on it. We had to do a fuel filter, because it actually threw an engine code for that. The check engine light, that thing used to just love that fucking light. It used to throw that light all the time. God damn, it must have really liked its engine being checked. So we did the fuel filter, and it seemed to get rid of that. And I think it's called like a DISA valve. We've done that too. Got rid of the engine codes. And then we did a bit of a tune-up on it. We got a new exhaust system. Now, no, it's not one of those that makes the car all fucking loud, like you kids like to do. I don't understand why people like to make their cars loud as shit. Like, that doesn't make you cool. That makes you dumb. So we got an exhaust upgrade, a bit of a tune-up, and they call it the Dine-In. It's not spelled the way you think. It's not D-I-N-E-I-N. It's D-I-N-I-N. If that makes any sense. So we got that upgrade done. And not too long ago, we had some problems with the engine belts being loud and squealing on startup. And not to mention that it seemed like it was kind of like cranky a bit before it went. We thought it was the belts, but it turned out when we did further inspection, because we tried to repair it, one of the pulleys was tight, like extremely fucking tight, and like we don't understand how the motor was even able to spin that. That belt must have had to work hard as shit. That was the thing that was causing the squeaking, we think. But anyway, the belt repair was kind of a nightmare. Yeah, because you have to remove the whole fan, you have to remove the plastic. Getting things out, no big deal. Getting things back on, huge fucking deal. Some of the parts we bought didn't even work, so we had to use some of the older parts and some new parts. But that belt repair taught me something. Your car is not going to start very well without belts. My dad thought he got the belt on there, and I cranked it over. It started fine, so I shut it off. He puts the belt on. All right, crank it. And man, when I turned that key, that belt really wasn't on there right, because it was slower in crank. It went woo, woo. And it wasn't doing that before. It was doing that, machine gun crank, But instead it went woo, woo. And I immediately shut it down, because that didn't happen. Now you may just think, oh, but your battery was probably just dying. Wrong, because it wouldn't have done that earlier. Wouldn't it? It would have cranked slow before. The belt pulled right off as soon as it started. And not only is your car not going to start very well after, but your power steering ain't going to work, and your battery ain't going to charge, so that thing's going to die. Well, we got it solved, and it's still running to this day. We have it. It's parked in the back. We have it covered up. My dad ended up getting a new plate for it, which I'm not going to explain what the fuck it says. Yeah, privacy. But, yeah, we didn't do very much to this car. Now, the front seat, comfortable, and it has heated seats on it. It has a business radio. I don't understand what they mean by that, but it's a business radio, so it has a CD and FM 1 and 2. My Scion actually has FM 1 and 2 as well, even though it's cheap. So yeah, and in the back there's this like screen that you can have if you only have two people, and it helps like the wind. You know, it helps reduce the wind, which will, if you have long hair, by the way, it's going to fuck it up. So you might want to tie it back if you get in that thing if you have long hair. Um, Nobody's ever really ridden in the back. Well, actually, a few people have, but the back seat doesn't get used very often. My girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend had ridden back there a couple times. I don't even know why I invited her to shit sometimes. Now I'm just talking about my relationship and how fucked up it was. Okay, back to the BMW. My aunt, my aunt has rode back there. My grandpa rode back there. Hell, even I rode back there at one point. My aunt rode in the front, and I rode with my cousin in the back. And that was the only time the back seat's ever really been used, except for like storing crap. But yeah, other than that, the back seat never really got used. Now, when we did the fuel filter, that thing was a pain in the ass to get to. This thing is so low. Like, if you want to go steal the catalytic, I'd say have fun, because this thing is super goddamn low. I mean, it has some space, you know, it's not like slammed to the goddamn ground, but a couple more inches and it will be slammed to the damn ground. To get underneath it, here's how I would do it. Put it up on ramps and then use a jack and jack it up the rest of the way, because you're not going to be able to get a jack under there by itself. If the car's flat on the ground, a jack is not going to fit under there. And we had to figure that out the hard way. Like, the thing is low. I don't understand how these cars are that low. The bumper is kind of, there's like a little lip hanging down from the bumper. It doesn't scrape on the road when you're driving it, but you know those parking blocks that you park on? Or that you park by? Those roadblocks that stop your car from going forward anymore? Yeah, you have to park like behind that thing, because if the bumper goes over it, when you back out, it's going to try and tear your bumper off. And we also learned that the hard way. Bumper almost got tore right off. Now we plan to get new tires on it eventually. Plan to get some Continental tires, because, you know, German tire, German car. But yeah, and to this day we still have it. We still drive it around. We drove it. No, we didn't drive it today. We drove it yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. We drove it yesterday. We go with the roof down mostly. We might even drive it during Thanksgiving. I should probably make a video about that. I have made a couple videos on it before. So yeah, this was a bit more of a modern story. Now, yes, we have 3 vehicles, but I mean, one's mine, 2 my dad own. But yeah, I forgot to say, this car has a inline 6 engine. It's not necessarily a V6, but it's an inline 6, which I thought that'd be pretty cool to mention. It's also automatic with heated seats and all that shit. I think I may have mentioned all that though. But yeah, it's a pretty good car, and we still drive it to this day. Well, guys, I gotta say thank you for tuning into this video. This was longer than I thought, but longer video the better. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you thought about this story. There's many more to come. I have so many more to tell. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. Maybe go play on my computer a little bit. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. One more thing. Peace!